100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com.
A mostly sunny good morning to you. I hope your day is going well for you, wherever you might be. A little bit on the warm side, a little bit on the sticky side. Last time I looked, Jonathan Dent, we were talking 76% humidity out at the airport.
We're at right now.
And we had quite a bit of fog early this morning. Some folks, pea soup thick type stuff. Others, a couple 3 miles, no big deal. But a lot of moisture in the air, and that bodes a couple of things that we'll talk about here when we talk about the weather in just a moment. But currently on the thermometer, what do we have?
Well, right now out at the airport, we're looking at 74 degrees. Downtown Midland's at 76. Here at Radio Center, also 74 degrees. Got a south wind, 6 miles per hour. Not much to talk about there. But like you said, 76, 78% relative humidity. Down to 67 in Midland. But yeah, it's making it feel pretty toasty out there.
Yeah, we've got a high pressure system off to the southeast of us over in western Carolina, eastern Tennessee. And then we have a low pressure system, which is going to be moving into Iowa over the next 18 hours or so. The two of them working together is what's drafting all of that humid air from the Gulf, moving it right up through the Tennessee, Ohio River valleys and into the state of Michigan. Something that for a good part of the summer, we had not seen. If you recall, we had that prevailing subtropical jet that was moving pretty much from west to east, cutting right through the Gulf states, and it was keeping all of that heat and humidity down there. Now, that doesn't mean that they don't have to contend with it anymore. It just means we're sharing the wealth. So we're getting some humidity, and we will be getting some heat as we go into the tail end here of the work week. Incidentally, this will probably be the last day that I'll be here at Radio Center along with you. We'll be on the road tomorrow. We're going to be at Everbest Organics in Munger. We'll take a look at the Munger Potato Festival, all the activities going on there. That starts on Thursday. On Thursday, for the farm program, we're going to be at the Tuscola County Fair. That's the day of the 4-H and FFA youth auctions taking place. We look forward to all of that, seeing all the young people and all the animals. If you have the opportunity to bring the family out, they're really going to enjoy seeing all the farm animals and touring the buildings out there at the Tuscola County Fair. And then Thursday night, we'll be back in Munger. We'll be master of ceremonies for the crowning of the Festival Queen. That'll be at 7 o'clock. Friday, we'll be back at Munger in the entertainment tent. We'll be talking about some of the activities going on and who won the night before. So we're looking forward to all that activity. Art Lewis is going to be there on Saturday morning. Art enjoys the kids.
Oh?
It's Kids Day on Saturday.
Oh, is he going to be out there riding the rides?
Yep, riding the rides, just having a good old time, watching them play all the kids' games. And I don't know, just keep him away from all of those games. All right? He tries to win.
Gets a bit competitive.
Yes, he does. So it's a real busy week. And, of course, in the following week, we'll talk about all of that as we approach next week, beginning on the 31st. But for right now, that's what things are shaping up to be. And fortunately for us, we got a lot of folks that are also a part of our broadcast. Without going any further here, the folks at Nutri and Ag, especially over in the Munger area, they're going to be a part of our broadcast for a couple of days. Good friends at the Frankenmuth Credit Union, they're going to be a part of our broadcast as well, from the Tuscola County Fair, as well as the Munger Potato Festival. The Rummel Insurance Agency, Craig Voorhees is going to be around to chit-chat a little bit. And folks at Thumb Bank are also going to be along with us on Thursday. So we're looking forward to talking to those folks. Lots of people to talk to.
Yeah.
Lots of things going on. It's that time of the year. And Mother Nature is going to cooperate with some nice, hot weather. at least I'm not looking for any rain on Thursday. And Wednesday, if you listen to a lot of the folks and watch a lot of the folks on television, Armageddon is right around the corner for tomorrow. They're talking severe weather and all sorts of stuff. We will have a system that tonight is going to be in Iowa, as I said. And then during the day on Thursday, it is going to cross the lower peninsula. The exact path of it, we don't know. And that will determine a lot as to how severe any kind of rain shower, thunderstorm activity we do get. But it does appear as though tomorrow the rain is going to be very widespread. And there will be some severe weather in the state of Michigan. So we'll just have to keep our eye on things and see how everything materializes. But as in the past, these systems do have a way, once they cross Lake Michigan, they break down or they split or they gain more momentum. Now, usually it's they split or they break down. So we'll just have to keep our eye on that system. But today, 85 degrees for a high, sun, a pop-up shower here and there. That's going to be it. Partly cloudy skies tonight with a low of 67. Sun will set this evening at 9:07, rise tomorrow morning at 6:19. We're going to be looking at the low, as we said, moving into Iowa, and it will cross the lower peninsula during the day on Wednesday. The best chance of any thunderstorm activity will be between 3 and 10 tomorrow afternoon and early evening. It all depends on the speed of the system and, as I said, the track of it. But timing-wise, if you're going to be doing anything or planning anything for outside, it might be a good idea to try to get done whatever you're going to get done in the morning, and then just let Mother Nature have at it, whatever she's going to do. She's going to do whatever she wants to do anyway. So just might as well go with the flow. 88 for a high tomorrow, 70 for a low tomorrow night. So it is going to be humid. It is going to be very warm. We're looking at a south and a southwest wind tomorrow, just like it is right now. Thursday, warmer still. Sun, there might be a chance, and I say might, not a real good chance at all, of a chance of a late afternoon or an early evening shower on Thursday. 92 is our projected high for Thursday. 70 once again for a low. On Friday, partly cloudy skies. It does appear as though we're going to have a shower or two around. But again, coverage area is not going to be really widespread on Friday. 88 is what we're looking at for a high on Friday. Partly cloudy skies. Once again, a chance of some showers around in the evening on Friday. 66 for a low. Then Saturday, Sunday, Monday, for the most part, Jonathan, no precipitation in the forecast. Temperatures in the upper 70s. Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, and nighttime lows in the upper 50s. So a little bit more pleasant. And that's going to spill over into the first 7 days of August. It's going to be a lot closer to normal as far as our temperatures go, maybe even a tad below average for this time of the year. Precipitation values will be average, so we're not looking for anything really out of line when it comes to the weather. Record high in the state, 101. Set back in 1934, the record low 47, set back in 1905. And a year ago, 76 was our high, 57 was our low. No precipitation to talk about. Hottest day for a July the 25th was in 1934. 101 was our high, 70 was our low. So, totaled out to a pretty warm day. More on the weather as we go through the broadcast. Weather forecast brought to you by the folks at Nutrient Ag Solutions. And again, they encourage each and every one of you to pack up the family. There's a lot of entertainment going on for family. Munger Potato Festival begins the 27th, goes through the 30th. On the 27th, opening day, you can buy a family fun time all-day ride pass for $10 per kid. That starts at 4 o'clock on Thursday afternoon. And, of course, the demo derbies. This year, something they have not done in years past is you can pre-buy your tickets for the bump and grind or the demolition derby, whatever you want to buy. You don't have to stand in line. You can buy them at JB's Market in Munger, right across the street from the Potato Festival grounds. So something that there's something for everybody at the Munger Potato Festival, 68th annual, 10 bands in 4 days in the entertainment tent. So lots of fun things to do at the Munger Potato Festival. Let's take a look and see what's going on with the markets. Jonathan, who's up today?
Well, we're going to head over to the Andersons. That's where we find Rick Hollister this morning. Rick, good morning.
Good morning, guys.
Well, the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away, right?
Sounds like you have a busy week, but yeah, we're going to want some of that rain from last week, even though it came with storms, unfortunately, for some. Boy, with this heat and the heat indexes, we're going to hope we get a little shower here tomorrow or Thursday to dampen things down a little bit, even though humidity looks like it's going to be high, but looks like a real scorcher here in Michigan. So luckily, a lot of folks have gotten some rain in the last week to buffer the heat, but these kind of temperatures will take it out fast. So mixed bag today at the Chicago Board of Trade. Corn's been mostly lower right now, just down 4. Has been down 15. Wheat market, after a strong limit up day yesterday, up 60 cents in the lead month, September. At one point traded 20 cents lower this morning. Last night when it opened, it traded 20 cents higher. So real volatility, surrounding these new efforts by the Russian military and attacks specifically on export terminals in Ukraine. Lots of volatility there. Soybeans a little bit lower today based on a little cooler out in the 11 to 14 day forecast. Now we're talking about getting out into August, which usually determines our soybean yields in the U.S. here. So a little cooler in the forecast than what we were seeing over the weekend and yesterday's forecasts out forward. So mixed bag today. Turnaround Tuesday maybe after yesterday's strong gains. With everything lower, wheat slightly lower. At the moment, only down a couple of cents, but big ranges, big volatility on the day.
I guess I was kind of surprised to see the wheat actually was positive this morning after being so strong to the positive side, 60 cents yesterday.
Yeah, limit up typically means that there's a pool of buyers trying to buy into that September wheat futures that could not get those orders executed, Terry. So they were kind of piling up at limit up, trying to buy it and buy it and buy it. And we've seen the big speculators, the big fund crowd money. My hedgers just termed it this morning as lots of money sloshing around our markets. But the big speculators who had sold into our grain markets here over the last month, just in the last week, have just really blown out of those sell positions by buying it back, and kind of culminated in that limit up trade yesterday. But yeah, so we got some follow through from that buying interest from yesterday into last night's trade. But by this morning, we kind of run through all that, and of course a little bit of profit taking if you happen to buy it on Friday. In the wheat market, you were up plenty by this morning. So just real extreme volatility here. Hard for our growers to figure out where position to be in. But this is the best trade in wheat we've seen in many months now, going back 3 or 4 months. The best trade in the September wheat. So we encourage guys to really take a good look at, getting caught up on their wheat pricing decisions as this harvest winds down this year.
So right now on the board, what do you have?
Yeah, at Hemlock right now. Let me make sure I'm looking at Hemlock. Yeah, there we are. Corn, old crop at 584. New crop corn for fall delivery 507. January delivery 532. Soybeans, old crop 1423. New crop soybeans are 1353. January at 1378. Red wheat 680, and white wheat currently at 745.
Rick Hollister, buckle up. Looks like it's going to be a busy week.
Keep your seatbelt tight.
There you go. Talk to you again soon. Thanks a lot, Rick.
Have a good one, Terry. Yep.
You bet. Rick Hollister over at the Andersons in Hemlock. What's going on as far as Chicago? Well, right now I'm looking at the Board of Trade. The corn is currently down 1 on the September. That makes it 559.5. The December is at 567. That is down about 1.25. August soybeans down 12 at 15.11 1/4. The September contract is down 8 3/4. That would make it 14.44.5. Wheat is currently up 2 on the September in Chicago at 759.5. December is also up 2. That makes it 779.5. Crude oil is currently up 68.5 cents. September contract is at 79.42.5. Market report brought to you by Ed Raymond and Sons. Quality clothing and shoes since 1919. When you're talking Carhartts, Red Wing shoes and boots, Stormy Cromer accessories, you are talking Ed Raymond's at 151 West Broad Street in Chesaning. And they invite you to mark on your calendar the Saginaw County Fair, which starts next week, a week from today, August the 1st, and goes through August the 5th. For more information on all of the events going on at the fair, just dial them up online at SaginawCountyFair.org. Farm Service brought today by the folks at Weiss Equipment. We want to remind you that they've got a good selection right now of those Farm All tractors. Those are designed to get the job done, whatever size job you need, because they've got just about any size Cub Cadet, the Case IH Farm All tractors. They've got them. They've got them all on display. 35 to 140 horse worth. So anywhere from the Value Pack Compact Farm All A Series to the Deluxe Compact Farm All C and C Series with cabs. They've got them. So no matter what you're doing, Can Do comes in red, and it's called Farm All. See them all. Buy whatever you want at prices that you can afford right now. They'll work a deal out for you. At Weiss Equipment in Frankenmuth, doing it right longer. And yes, they also do carry Cub Cadet. On the line with us right now, Jonathan, who do we have?
Well, we're going to talk with Mike Hufftailing from PC Ag Solutions. Mike, good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Hey, good morning. Now, the last time I talked to you, Michael, we were doing a rain dance. Now,
It worked, Terry.
my guess is it not only worked, but now if you're dancing, you got boots on, right?
I've got my muck boots on today, Terry. Boy, I told my wife the other day, I said, every time I talk to Terry, it rains.
And that was a good thing when we did. But
That was a good thing.
holy smokes. What are you working at right now, Michael?
We're harvesting pickles today.
And
And it's a little moist. It's a little damp today, but we're getting it done.
when you say working on the pickles, for the folks that aren't really plugged into pickle farming, what does that mean?
We're picking pickles, picking cucumbers to deliver up to Bayview Foods in Pinconning, and they'll slice them into pickle chips for your burgers.
All right.
So we're out there in the field and getting it done.
Now, one thing that a lot of folks, again, don't realize is where our cucumbers, where the pickles go. And you mentioned, they're going up to, you're delivering up to Pinconning. From there, who do those folks supply the pickles to?
Oh, there's a lot of different places those are going to go. Into the food service, into your restaurants. And you get a pickle on your plate at Applebee's, or in the school systems, or municipal systems, or McDonald's and Burger King. I mean, Subway. All those pickles are on your burger got to come from somewhere, and they come from right here in the valley.
Yeah, and I mean, Michigan is a big, if you want to call it, exporter of cucumbers, of pickles, aren't we?
Yeah, we're the largest producer of pickles in the nation here in Michigan, right here in our backyard.
Well, and the interesting thing is, of course, a lot depends on the weather and our ability to produce the product. And at this stage of the game, we're working with some issues, and it's not just wet weather. We're working with possibly some disease problems too, aren't we?
Yeah, we started to see disease creep up in a lot of crops. We're seeing reports of downy mildew in the pickles and the other cucurbit crops like pumpkins. Seeing a lot of phytophthora in our pumpkins. Of course, Circosta leaf spot in the sugar beets. A lot of guys starting to worry about tar spot in the corn. You see the airplanes flying, crop dust in a lot of fields. And with this wet, humid weather and warm, I mean, it's just it's perfect for disease.
Well, at this stage of the game, it does look like we're going to have to contend with it for a little bit longer. But some of our short, long-range forecasts are indicating things are going to cool down just a little bit and maybe dry down just a little bit. Good news?
Good news. I could really use a reprieve from this wet cycle, Terry. I almost paid to talk to you today. Going to pick up another thunderstorm tomorrow?
Well, another thunderstorm, but again, the way these things have been going, they've been bouncing all around, haven't they?
They sure have. We never know what you're going to get. It's you think it's not going to rain, and it rains.
And some folks are picking up an inch, other folks picking up nothing. It doesn't seem to be any happy medium. Either you're getting a whole bunch or you're getting nothing. And of course, that doesn't help matters too much. Even like our wheat growers, they had some problems and still are trying to get a crop off in some parts of the state.
Yeah, I talked to a few wheat growers up in northern Michigan yesterday. They're just really struggling. They just can't find a window to get this wheat harvested.
Now, as far as your business, you got a couple of them, but one in particular that we're interested in is the PC Ag Solutions. We talk about that every day. What are you running into as far as that business goes right now?
Say that again, Terry. The pumpkin farm?
Yeah, the pumpkin farm, but PC Ag
Right.
Solutions.
PC?
What are you seeing?
What
are you seeing there?
I want to plug. We're having there's a drainage workshop, a tile drainage workshop, over by Hemlock, August 8th and 9th. That's coming up. You can see details on our Facebook page. So we're talking with a lot of guys right now about farm drainage, about tile plows and the GPS control to run their tile plows, and of course, we're servicing yield monitors and sprayers and spreaders as we head into fall. And it's never too early to talk about planners for next year. So
again, go ahead. I was just going to ask you again about that drainage workshop, but where is that going to be?
It's over the other side of Saginaw, west of Saginaw. I'm not sure the exact location, but it's somewhere near Hemlock.
Okay.
And again, there's a flyer on our Facebook page. You can go to PC Ag Solutions Facebook page and see a flyer for the exact time and location.
Okay, and then the pumpkins.
Oh, the pumpkins. Well, we've just had too much rain. Just too much rain, Terry.
So it's going to be a challenge.
It's going to be a real challenge. Our crop doesn't look great. It's just too much rain, too much disease. But we'll keep spraying them, take care of them, and hope for the best.
Yep, that's all you can do. That's what the farmers have to contend with every year, don't we?
Yeah, we sure do. We just take it as it comes.
Mike Hufftailing, always good to talk. We'll talk again soon, okay?
Good talking to you, Terry. Have
You
a great day.
bet. I will. Mike Hufftailing with PC Ag Solutions and Johnson's Pumpkin Farm. Farm service brought to you by Krijak's House Family Restaurant. You're in the market for some food for an event coming up? Not a problem at Krijak's. 989-894-5531. Give them a call, and they'll get the food ready for you for your event. Farm service also brought to you by the folks at Freeland Bean and Grain. Those resistant weeds, making sure that you're getting proper nutrients to your crop. You need to do it, and the folks at Freeland Bean and Grain can take care of it for you. They've been serving folks since 1983. Freeland Bean and Grain, where serving you is their business. Who do we have on deck right now, Jonathan?
We're going to head over to Bay Landscaping and Garden Center. That's where we find Jerry Samolsky. Jerry, good morning.
Good morning. How we doing today, gentlemen?
Hey, we're doing real good. Quickly, Jerry, what should we be looking at?
Well, what's doing really good, too, is crabgrass this year, Terry. With as hot and dry as it was early in the spring, the grass thinned out. It gave an opportunity for crabgrass to grow, and now it's growing gangbusters. So we talked earlier about using a product with quinclorac as its active ingredient. You need to be getting that down soon, or it'll soon be too large to be able to control. So crabgrass, you can have a good post-emergent control with quinclorac. Take care of it.
Jerry, thank you. We'll talk to you again. All righty.
Yep.
Jerry Samolsky, Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. Craig Voorhees up right now, Jonathan?
Yes, indeed. Craig, good morning.
Good morning, fellas. How are you?
Hey, real good. What should we be looking at right now, Craig?
Well, there's been a lot of talk this morning about diseases and people scouting fields on previous conversations. If you happen to be using a drone to check on your fields, if you've purchased one, you want to let your agent know because you can put liability insurance on your drone. You can also put physical damage on it if you want, but the liability is the real key in case it lands someplace, perhaps on a road, and causes an accident. And then, of course, the lawyers get involved. You want your policy to protect you in that scenario. And if you're hiring someone to fly your fields, make sure you're doing your due diligence and asking them for proof of insurance also.
All right. Good advice. Craig, you take care. Have a great day, okay?
We will, Terry. You too.
All right. We'll see you on Thursday, or talk to you on Thursday anyway.
Yes, exactly. All of the above.
All right. Take care. Craig Voorhees with the Rummel Agency. Quick break and we'll be right back.
It's time for summer savings on Husqvarna equipment at Allen's Equipment in McBain, Ithaca, and Beale City. Save up to $750 off Husqvarna lawnmowers and get a $50 in-store credit. Plus, all Husqvarna handheld equipment is 20% off. Upgrade your Husqvarna equipment now and save big at Allen's Equipment in McBain, Ithaca, and Beale City. See dealer for details. Savings vary by model. Offer is valid on in-stock units only and may not be combined with any other offer.
Farm Service brought to you today by Pete Costello Painting, specializing in all types of painting and hot rubber bin seal. Get a hold of Pete at 517-667-0982. Back at 12:30 with an update. Now we conclude with the playing of our national anthem.
From the Premier Kitchen and Bath Gallery Studio.